I'm Zainab and I am honored to be your moderator for your today's session. As the program coordinator for science, I am thrilled to facilitate this webinar focusing A-level bio students. So today we have the honor of introducing Miss Sasini, who is a dedicated and accomplished professional currently pursuing an MSc in bioinformatics at the University of Colombo. Her academic journey began with a bachelor's degree in BSc Honours in microbiology, where she graduated with first-class honours from Lovely Professional University in India. With a strong foundation in microbiology, Ms. Sasini ventured into academia, serving as a lecturer in the Department of Biomedical Science at Sri Lankan Private University. Her teaching experience further enriched her understanding of the subject and allowed her to contribute to the education of aspiring professionals in the field. Ms. Sasini stands out as a passionate researcher and educator driven by a curiosity to explore and contribute to the evolving landscape of biological sciences. So we encourage you to actively participate in the session to gain a deeper understanding of the world of biomedical science and biotechnology. So let's get started with Ms. Sasini.
Okay, so thank you, Zainab, for the nice introduction. So I hope everybody can hear me. Students, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I hope now you know what my background is and what the qualifications that I'm having with the nice introduction that this Zainab gave. So hopefully, I hope now my screen is also visible for all of you. Can somebody please confirm it?
Yes, visible.
Okay, thank you so much. So, okay, so I'm here today to tell you basically what is biomedical science and what is biotechnology. So I think the most of the students are here today just after A-levels, right? Am I correct? Can I know what you have done, at what stage you are currently? Shall we speak a bit before getting into the session, students? Anyone? Anyone who is volunteer to tell whether they are after A-levels or whether they are undergraduate students? So what are you doing currently? You can just put in the chat box so then I can get an idea what you all are doing now and the things and all. Okay.
Yeah, if you're not in a position to unmute your mics, then you all can drop a message on the chat.
Okay, so I can see like they are telling they are after A-levels, most of the students, right? Okay, so then I know what's the problem that y'all are having, basically, right? So most of y'all might be thinking what you will be doing after you are done with A-levels, right? So that is the problem, even what I had back then once I'm done with my A-levels, right? So no worries. So nowadays you have so much of opportunities in the field of science that you can go to your dream in a like very easy way, right? So AIBS is an institute. We offer two main degree programs, which I'll be discussing today, which is Bachelor of Science Honors in Biotechnology and Bachelor of Science Honors in Biomedical Science, right? So first of all, like before telling what is biotechnology and what is biomedical science specifically, I will tell the recognition that we are having when it comes to these two main degree programs, right? So when it comes to Bachelor of Science Honors in Biotechnology and Bachelor of Science Honors in Biomedical Science, we offer as an institute, which is AIBS offer 3-year degree program, which is an honors degree, right? So that will be offered by a top-ranked university, which is there in UK, known as H Hill University. So if you want, you can just Google and search what is H Hill University, what is the rank of the university and all, right? And the other important thing is when it comes to the awarding body, the curriculum what we are teaching you, it's from the Pearson Index. That is a well top-ranked institute which provide the what? It's a kind of excellence curriculum which will be providing to the students, right? So you have, don't worry, here what we offer, you have international recognized 2-degree programs, basically. And also the awarding body, it will be the HL University. And now, like I'll tell, when it comes to these 2-degree programs, what is the international recognition that you are having? Because we award from what HL is awarding, basically, right? So HL University is a Royal Society of Biology recognized university. And also the university is offering the degree programs, which is approved by IBMS, right? So, you know, when it comes to Sri Lanka, you have SLMC, which is Sri Lankan Medical Council, right? It's like that. When it comes to UK, they have this IBMC approval. So if you have this approval within your degree, what you have done in your bachelor's or whatever, then you can work as a recognized biomedical scientist or as a biomedical laboratory technician or as a kind of medical sector worker, right? With that recognition. So National Health Service recognition is there when it comes to IBMs. So that is very, very important thing which you need to get to know, because it's a degree which you will get with a worldwide recognition. So once you are done with this degree, you can basically go to any international country and start the further education, or you can work as well, right, as an employee. And the other important thing when it comes to this degree program which we offer, these 2 approval, which is the UGC recognized and TVEC approved. So basically our degree program, which will be conducting in 3 years. So that will be break down into 2 years HND program and the final year, which will be awarding by the HL University. So, you know, this TVEC approved thing and UGC recognized thing is a very much needed thing when it comes to if you are working in Sri Lanka, right? සහ අපි කිව්වොත් මේ විදිහට සිංහලෙන් කිව්වොත් ඔයගොල්ලෝ ලංකාවේ වැඩ කරනවා නම් ඔයගොල්ලෝ ලංකාවේ මොකක් හරි ලැබ් එකකට දැන් අපි සයන්ස් ෆීල්ඩ් එකකින් ඉස්සරහට යන්නේ ලැබ් එකකට ජොයින් වෙලා නැත්නම් මෙහි මාස්ටර්ස් කරනවා නම් after you are done with your bachelor's you can go with your masters. So obviously whatever you are doing in your bachelor's, that needs to be UGC recognized degree program. So don't worry, the recognition when it comes to the degree program, what we offer for the students, it's international recognized degree program, which you have UGC recognition and the TVEC approved, and also which I told previously, which when it comes to the HL University, that so since we are awarding what they award, you have that recognition as well. Okay. So that is about the degree programs, what we basically offer. Okay. So then මම හිතනවා ඔයගලන්ට අවබෝධයක් එන්න ඇති කියලා අපි offer කරන degree programs දෙකේ value එක ගන්න. එතකොට ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියාගන්න එපා. අපි offer කරන්නේ ඔයගලන්ට internationally ඒ වගේම ලංකාවේ හිටියත් හොඳට හොඳ recognition එකක් තියෙන degree programs දෙක. Right? You can work wherever you want with these recognitions. That's what simply. Okay. And now I'll move on to tell what is biotechnology and what is biomedical science. So are you familiar with these 2 terminologies? Anybody? What is biotechnology and what is biomedical science? Students? Okay, I can see there are like around 45 students. So I hope you will tell me what you know about the word biomedical science and the word biotechnology. Some might be now in a way of thinking, I'll be going with a biotechnology degree. Or maybe I'll be going with a biomedical science degree. Or maybe you are in a bit confused way what to select, whether I'm going with a biomedical science or biotechnology. Sometimes you might not have an idea, the specificity among these 2 degrees. Am I correct, students? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anyone else? You know what is biomedical science? No. Okay, so don't worry. I'll clear up everything. Basically, what you will be teaching, I mean, what you will be taught in the biomedical science degree and what you'll be studying at biotechnology degree as well. And basically what we offer as modules for you. Okay? So basically, when it comes to biotechnology, මොකක්ද සිංහලෙන් biotechnology වලට කියන්නේ? Biotechnology. ඒ කියන්නේ ජෛව තාක්ෂණය. අපි ජීව විද්‍යාව උපයෝගී කරගෙන ඒක තාක්ෂණයෙන් ජීව විද්‍යාව තාක්ෂණය සමග සම්බන්ධ කරලා විවිධ නිපැයුම් ඇති කිරීම නැත්නම් විවිධ නිපැයුම් සමග විවිධ නිපැයුම් නිර්මාණය කිරීම තමයි biotechnology කියලා basically කියන්න පුළුවන්. So in simply if we tell biotechnology is technology based on biology, right? So all these new inventions which is related to biology or which is related to biomedical field, it's because of the biotechnology. You know, now when it comes to the technology wise තාක්ෂණය පැත්තෙන් ගත්තහම ඉස්සර වගේ නෙමෙයි දැන් ගොඩාක් දියුණුයි. එතකොට මේ විද්‍යාව උපයෝගී කරගෙන තාක්ෂණයත් සමග අපිට නව නිෂ්පාදන අපේ එදිනෙදා ජීවිතයේ කටයුතු ඉතා ඉක්මනින් efficient විදියට කරගන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ වගේම විවිධ රෝගවලට ප්‍රතිකාර ලේසියෙන් හොයාගන්න පුළුවන්. මේ විදියට තාක්ෂණය උපයෝගී කරගෙන. එතකොට මේකට පාර කියන pathway එක තමයි biotechnology කියලා සරලවම කිව්වොත් කියන්නේ. So we use living organisms to biological systems and we develop new creations basically, right? So now I hope everybody has an idea what is living organisms and not, right? සුද්‍ර ජීවීන් ඉන්නවා. එතකොට ජීවයක් දෙන ඕනෑම ජීවීන් අපිට living organism කෙනෙක් විදිහට කියන්න පුළුවන්. සත්ත්වයන් ඉන්නවා. ඒ විදිහට මේක එක જાතියේ සුද්‍ර ජීවීන් ඉන්නවා. ඒ වගේ කට්ටිය උපයෝගී කරගෙන තාක්ෂණයත් සමග නව නිපැයුම් නිපදවි. එතකොට මේක අපිට සිද්ධ කරන්න පුළුවන් molecular level එකෙන් සහ genetic engineering wise. So what is genetic engineering? So සිංහලෙන් කිව්වොත් DNA ප්‍රතිසංයෝජිත DNA තාක්ෂණය. right? එතකොට අපිට පුළුවන් අණුක මට්ටමේ molecular level එකෙන් කොහොමද ජීවීන් ක්‍රියා කරන්නේ? එතකොට ඒව එකතු කරලා නව නිෂ්පාදනය කරා. So basically අපි සරලවම කිව්වොත් biotechnology කියලා කියන්නේ මේ විදියට විද්‍යාව සහ තාක්ෂණය එකට සම්බන්ධ කළ නව නිෂ්පාදන සිදු කිරීම. right? Then මම කතා කරන්න යන්නේ වර්තමානයේ මොකක්ද මේ biotechnology මගින් කරන්න පුළුවන් කියන එක. right? Now I'll be going to talk about like what is this modern biotechnology, right? So modern biotechnology, if I take in a way of elaborating it, you can specifically divide modern biotechnology as heal, cure, feed, and save, right? So you know, healing, it's like improving your health care. සෞඛ්‍ය මට්ටම වැඩි දියුණු කරන්න පුද්ගලයන් වශයෙන් ගත්තොත්. මොනවද healing කියලා කියන්නේ? ඔයගොල්ලෝ දන්නවද cancer patients ලා ඉන්නවා, right? So cancer is a kind of disease which will happen in different parts of your body. Somehow blood cancers, somehow liver cancers, somehow lung cancers, likewise. But most of the time, ගොඩක් අවස්ථාවලදී මොකද වෙන්නේ? ඔය හැම ලෙඩාටම දෙන්නේ ගොඩක් කරාට එකම ප්‍රතිකාර. හැබැයි අපිට තාක්ෂණය උපයෝගී කරගෙන අපිට පුළුවන් patient කෙනෙක් specify කරගෙන ඒ patient අනුකූලව ඖෂධ නිෂ්පාදනය කරා. Which means customized medicines can be created, right? So that is due to a step which we have taken from the biotechnology. So what do you think? Rather than giving a medicine which is common to everyone, if you specialize the medicine according to one patient's disease, what do you think? What will be more efficient? Is it rather than taking a one medicine which is okay for everyone, or a specialized medicine which is like prepared for that particular patient's disease? What do you think? Students? මොකද හිතන්නේ? දැන් ඔයගොල්ලෝ දන්නනේ customized products තියෙනවා. ඒ විදිහට එක products තියෙනවනේ. ඒ වගේම අපිට පුළුවන් නම් ඖෂධ නිෂ්පාදනය කරන්න customize විදියට ඒ patient ගේ history එක බලලා, ඒ patient ගේ genetic analysis එක කරලා අපිට පුළුවන් ඒ patient target කරගෙන ඒ patient ගේ disease එක ඇති වෙලා තියෙන තත්ත්වය බලලා customize personalized medicines නිෂ්පාදනය කරන්න. එතකොට ඒක මේ biotechnology කියන තාක්ෂණය උපයෝගී කරගෙන තමයි විද්‍යාඥයන් පියවරක් ඉස්සරහට තියලා තියෙන්නේ. එතකොට සාමාන්‍යයෙන් Okay, Nada. I'll explain in English as well. So it's like this. So you know personalized medicines, right? So personalized medicine is a thing which will be you will be like creating according to one person, right? So that will be more efficient in a way that rather than just taking a common medicine to everyone. It's like that, right? So those steps are being like coming forward with this modern biotechnology. And the other thing is, so that is one thing when it comes to these personalized medicine, and also when it comes to vaccine production, you know, different types of vaccine are being produced nowadays. You know, very recently what happened? What you faced? Something did you face very recently back then, 2 years, 3 years back? Which is very related to vaccine. Anybody? Can you all remember? Students? Yes, very good, Dila. It's what? COVID-19, right? So it was a very new thing, and it was like a real outbreak throughout the world, right? But you know what happened recently, like new vaccines came. Yes, Sandeep, very good. It's COVID-19, right? So I hope everybody done with these 2 doses of COVID-19 and all. That is due to this biotechnology, right? You should have a good knowledge in the field of biotechnology to apply these things and come up with a new medicine, right? So, you know, when it comes to COVID-19, it's a virus and it's an RNA virus, right? So if it is an RNA virus, it can go under mutations a lot, right? So that's why you have heard no different variants come then and then. So it was one variant now and it was Omicron next after 2 or 3 months. That's because mainly due to the instability of this RNA virus, right? So likewise, and you have different other applications like gene therapy, tissue engineering and all. So everything can be used under this healing concept. I mean, for the healing concept, right? And the other thing, the fuel. What do you think about fuel? Fuel means what? What comes to your mind when the term comes, the fuel? Can you put in the chat box, students? What comes to your mind? What do you think? What is fuel? Is it energy? Yes, no? So, you know, biofuels are there, right? So basically, we can convert all these organic matters by using different types of microorganisms in an efficient way to produce a type of biofuel, right? So there are different types of biofuels and different types of renewable energy sources producing waste by using this biotechnology, right? And the other one is what? The feed, which is very, very important for everyone, no? We do everything because of this only, isn't it? We need food, no? To get feed, otherwise we can't live as animals, basically. Am I correct? Yes, no? So have you heard about these genetically modified organisms or genetically modified crops? Anybody? Genetically modified. ජානමය වශයෙන් what? ජානමය වශයෙන් වර්ධනය වුණු ශාක ඉන්නවා, සත්ත්ව ඉන්නවා, genetically modified. Yes, Nada has heard it. Okay? So what is that? What we do is when it comes to genetically modified organisms or genetically modified crops, we will be producing a kind of a crop or an animal in a way of more efficiently. Yes, Sandeepa, very good. It's golden rice. It's an example for genetically modified crops, which is rich with vitamin A. Can you remember, Sandeepa? It's rich with vitamin A. right? So normally rice have some sort of minerals, right? Which is very important. So you all like its staple food is rice when it comes to Sri Lanka mainly. But still, what we do is we modify this rice in a way of like more nutrition value, which is having a more nutrition value, which is vitamin A or vitamin A basically, right? So that is a very important thing when it comes to biotechnology. So what we basically do, we'll take like important genes, maybe 2 organisms, and then we make them together and we produce a new organism who is very important in a way of more efficient way and in a way of giving more product, more yield, right? නිෂ්පාදනය වැඩිපුර දෙන. එතකොට sometimes we produce crops which are what these insecticide resistance one, right? උගල දන්නව නේද කවුද මේ මොකද්ද ශාක වලට හානි කරන ජීවීන් ඉන්නා, right? So insects. So we like produce pesticide crops basically, right? So which is basically we use different types of microorganisms. There's a microorganism who is known as Bacillus thuringiensis. හරිද? Bacillus thuringiensis කියලා ශුද්‍ර ජීවියෙක් ඉන්නවා. ඒ ශුද්‍ර ජීවියා වල්නාශක වලට ප්‍රතිරෝධී. Right? What we do is when it comes to GMO, we inject these Bacillus thuringiensis microorganisms into plants. Right? So now, yes, genetically modified organism, GMO. Yes, Ahmed, you're correct. Right? So what we do is we insert that organism into crops. So I told now this organism is resistant for these plants, I mean these insecticides, pesticides basically. So what happened, even that crop now will be not eaten by different types of insects because it's resistant. We have insert this organism itself for that crop, right? So likewise, there are lots of applications when it comes to biotechnology in the field of genetically modified organism. You have seen maybe this golden fish. We give these golden relevant gene and then we insert it and we produce new organisms in a way, right? Likewise, okay? And then the last one, so you have these genetically modified crops, genetically modified organisms, and also the food security, right? The enriched foods can be created. And the other one is save. That is also very important, right? So, you know, when it comes to different things in the world, so if you use them, what happens? It will be vanished. Someday it will be finished, no? Anything, maybe some sort of energy source, maybe some sort of food and all. But still so it's our duty basically to save all these things for the next generation, right? So that is the current community or the current people's one sort of responsibility. We should save for our children and for the next generation. So we can use this modern biotechnology basically to save these things which is there in the world, right? It's like, have you all heard about these greenhouse gases, students? Yes, I hope yes, because we used to study those things back then when we were in O-levels and all. Greenhouse gas. Anybody? Which will lead? Yes, CFC. Very good, Sandeep. CFC is a greenhouse gas, and you have CO2, carbon dioxide, right? So you know there's an algae which has the ability to absorb this carbon dioxide and to work on reducing the global warming. See like how important that algae is. We can't do, no, but that microorganism can do it. Isn't it that important? What do you think? Yes, SO2. Yes, that's also a kind of CFC. This greenhouse gas basically. Okay. So that algae has the ability to absorb this excess CO2 and to work on to reducing this greenhouse gas effect, right? You know, CO2 is a gas which needs to be there in the atmosphere, but only up to a certain extent. If it exceeds that extent, what happens? It can cause for the global warming, right? So likewise, so it's our duty to protect the nature from one end. So then we can use this kind of technology and we can protect the nature basically, right? And one thing, I think this might be a bit familiar with you. You know, when it comes to these ships, boats and all, they go like to the, I mean, very far away from the seas and all, right? And you know, these boats and different types of ships, the oils are getting into these water bodies. So what happens? The animals and these ecosystems in the different water bodies can be dead, no? Because of these unwanted heavy metals and unwanted oils which are there in the environment, isn't it? How can you remove this oil? So if you can remove this oil, which is there very deep in the sea, it's very good thing, right? So here, by the use of biotechnology, we can use, we can remove these heavy metals, oils and all by using different types of microorganisms, basically, right? So the term for that is known as bioremediation, right? And even when it comes to these photoremediation, we can use plants and do that. We can, if there is any toxic material in the soil, so we can use plants and remove those things, right? So for the soil health management and for different other perspectives, we can use these biotechnology techniques and we can work on like various like things and protect our nation and make things efficient in a way. And also we can come up with a good yield in every field, basically, right? So that is what basically biotechnology means, right? So what you will be studying when it comes to BSc honors in biotechnology degree, you'll be studying all the foundations, all the theory, practical aspects, which is required to apply, like, I mean, which is required to become a good biotechnologist one day, right? So you will get to know different technologies and how to apply those technology in the field and like what are the things that you can do by using those technology, and you can come up with new products, maybe different vitamin production or maybe different genetically modified organisms. So you have so much of things to do once you get to know these all concepts, the theory and the practical side when it comes to the biotechnology, right? It's basically what we do is we'll be applying the biology knowledge in the field of biotechnology with technology, okay? So that is basically what biotechnology means. And the other thing is, so I have added few pictures. Can you see? The first one, can you see a sheep? This sheep name is known as Dolly, right? So this one was the first genetically modified organism in the world. So back then in 1996, this was happened in Rosalind Institute in Scotland, right? So what they did was, so can you see that this sheep is having a like a puff, these wolf and all, right? What they did was they took a gene from another sheep and then it was combined with the genes which is there in this sheep. And then they produce a new different organism, this one who is known as the dolly. So scientists get to know that genetically modified organisms can be created because of this invention, right? It was a very, very huge thing which was happened back then. So with this concept, now many products, many outcomes has come up, right? So this dolly was totally okay, actually. He was normal in a sheep. Actually, it's dolly, a girl, right? She was normal in a way like the other sheeps, right? So likewise, this is the very first invention. So you can see this one, right? Which is related to recombinant DNA technology. And the first concept, so back then it was 1996 done, right? And the second one, you can see this 3D printed miniaturized cell-laden human heart, right? So 3D printed in sense, it's like your heart, but its size small. So you can use this heart it's the same thing which your heart is like. If I simply say it's the thing. ඔයාගේ හදවත වගේම තමයි. The same thing. The structure, how it function, everything is same. That is prepared according to this technology. So what they do, you can use this apparatus or this heart, the 3D printed, bioprinted heart, and come up with, like, you can do so many tests and all. Otherwise, you need to use an animal, right? To check maybe a vaccine or maybe some sort of tissue regeneration part or tissue if there's some sort of tissue damage. So there can be different applications, right? So instead of using animals, you can use this 3D printed heart and you can work on, you can experiment on this thing. So this is also an outcome of this biotechnology technique. And you can see here artificial heart with 2 ventricles by Comet, which means like this heart is an artificial heart, which will do what your normal heart do, right? As your normal heart do, what does it do? It will pump oxygenated blood throughout your body. Same thing will be happened by this heart, but it's artificial, right? This was created by using the biotechnology knowledge, right? And here you can see the spider silk in goat milk. You know spiders? So they have these comb and all, right? So this silk, which is produced by spiders, they are really good in a way. They have a good elasticity and a good mechanical strength and all, right? So if we need to produce this more in a way or with a more yield, what we do using this genetic engineering or biotechnology, what we do will be putting that relevant gene which produce this silk to an animal like what is a mammary gland animal like goat or maybe for a microorganism, we can insert that gene and produce more silk, right? So then අපි ගත්තොත් ස්පයිඩර්ගේ ජීන්ස් වල තියෙනවා මේ සිල්ක් නිෂ්පාදනය කරන ජානය. එතකොට අපි ඒ ජානය අරගෙන mammary glands තියෙන සත්වයකට ඇතුළත් කරනවා. ඇතුළත් කරාට පස්සේ මොකද වෙන්නේ? ඒ සත්වයාට mammary glands තියෙන සත්වයෙක්, එතන අපි හිතමු goat කියලා, නැත්නම් සුදු ජීවියෙක්ට වෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ සත්වයා ඒ විදියටම ඒ silk protein නිෂ්පාදනය කරනවා. ඊටත් වඩා වැඩියෙන් නිෂ්පාදනය කරන්න පුළුවන්. එකම ප්‍රොඩක්ට් එක අපි වෙන ජීවියෙක් කරහා ගන්නවා. ඊට වඩා yield එක වැඩි. අර ඒ වගේ තමයි biotechnology තාක්ෂණය අපි උපයෝගී කරගන්නේ. So ගොඩාක් දේවල් අපිට ලේසියෙන් සහ කාර්යක්ෂම සිදු කරගන්න පුළුවන් මේ තාක්ෂණයත් එක්ක ජෛව තාක්ෂණය කියන පැතිකඩේදී. Right? And here you can see few aspects. So one student told about this golden rice, which is enriched with vitamin A and all. So here you can see this mRNA vaccine again, which is vaccination comes under a very good product of biotechnology, right? And I told you all about these bioremediation, right? So removing of these all heavy metals, toxics, microorganisms, and these oil compositions, which is there in the sea. Right? So that can be removed by using different types of microorganisms. So that is known as bioremediation. So you can see that as well here, right? So you can use basically the technology and clean the environment, right? And yeah, so here you can see another example. So these are the application sites based on biotechnology. So did you get an idea now what is biotechnology, students? I just wanted to let you all know the application side of biotechnology, what you can do by using this biology knowledge and how to apply it with the technology and come up with new, better products, which will be very good and efficient in a way for the humans. Did you get an idea, students? Can I know? Yes or no? Shall we talk? Yes. Okay, very good. Sandeepa has get an idea. What about others? So there are 44 students now. Okay, yep, yes, okay. What about others? Did you get an idea what is biotechnology? Okay, Amna has get an idea. Okay, good. Any other? Okay, okay, okay. So I'm feeling happy. So you have now kind of, I know, just after A-levels, you don't get much things, right? It was same for me. Don't worry. With the time only, once you had a good foundation, you will get into it, right? This is just for clarification to be clear what comes under biotechnology and what comes under biomedical science, basically. Okay. So, and then now let's see, why do you need to choose a career in biotechnology, right? So you can see not only is a career in biotechnology far-reaching and impactful, but the opportunities for aspirational and financial growth are limitless, right? If you choose this field, which is biotechnology, there are so many opportunities that come across in the field of science in Sri Lanka and even international as well, right? So don't worry, the science is a field where you have so much opportunities. Everything depends on the way that you think, how you work on it, and the passion that you are having towards it. Okay, so we'll talk about those things as well. So when you're talking about these job opportunities, this is the important thing, right? At the end, everybody is looking for a good job. I know the same thing for y'all as well, right? So there are so much of jobs that you can go once you're done with the BSc honors in biotechnology degree. You can become a biomedical engineer, a biochemist, a medical scientist, a microbiologist, and then a bioinformatician, and then there are so many jobs, right? These are few jobs I have added for your, like, to get an idea what you can go through and all. And here, when it comes to this quality control side, right, the checking the quality of food products, maybe checking the quality of the different types of dairy products, likewise the quality checking part. For that also, you can go for those positions even in different companies like Unilever, Elephant House, and so many companies are there, which is worldwide branded companies, food companies. You can work as quality control, quality controlist, basically, okay, quality assurance person, right? And when it comes to forensic science, you know, there are job opportunities even in forensic science as well. Pharmaceutical companies, you can work on in drug discovering part and all. Animal science, medical science. So much of job opportunities you have. So according to your interest, you can feel like you can choose the path that you need to go on, and you can go in that path basically. Okay. So that is regarding biotechnology. So now we'll move on to talk about what is biomedical science, right? So biomedical science, it's all about studying about the medical field, or else it's about the health and the diseases of a particular patient or a human, whatever, right? So what we discussed when it comes to biotechnology, it was application side, coming up with new instruments, coming up with new products and all. So biomedical science is a combination of medicine, understand health and diseases, right? So in this area, you will be focusing on genetics, microbiology, molecular biology, right? These are the areas that you will be mainly focusing on, right? So the purpose of studying biomedical science is you will be studying how to diagnose a disease and what are the treatments that you can give for a particular disease, right? The precautions method, the cure, how to cure the diseases, who cause the infections, and all these, the science, the field, right? The science which is behind the disease and how it infect and what are the infections and all, right? So, and also even the application side, you can come up with this personalized medicine, the disease diagnosis, different tests, right? Medical laboratory test and all those stuff, right? So just look at into this slide, what you can see. What can you see? You can see different subjects. Am I correct? Anatomy and physiology, pathology, microbiology, molecular biology, pharmacology, immunology. So I told when it comes to biomedical science, it's all about the disease and how the infections cause for human and how these, what different types of infections leads the severity and all, right? All these aspects. So anatomy and physiology, I think most of y'all are like bit familiar with it. It's mainly about you'll be studying the structure of a human and how it works on, how these different systems works on your body. That comes under anatomy and physiology. Microbiology, you know, microbiology, it's about studying about microorganism, viruses, bacteria, algae, fungi. There are so much of microorganisms. So you will be studying what those microorganisms, what they cause, the diseases that they cause, how they will lead for infections, and this and that. You will be studying all things which is related to microorganisms. Molecular biology will be mainly based on the DNA, RNA, and proteins, right? The genes, the genetic aspects. And that part also you will be studying when it comes to molecular biology. So pharmacology is mainly that you will be studying about the drugs, how those drugs affect for a human and how these microorganisms act on these drugs, the mechanisms and all, you'll be studying in pharmacology. Immunology means you'll be studying about how the human immune system is basically working on once you get an infection, right? Once you get an infection, and also when you're from the birth itself, how the immune system is built up in your body and those stuff you'll be studying in immunology. Pathology means how these infections causes and the mechanisms, how they cause and the effects of the disease, basically the different types of disease that can happen for a human. So these are few subject areas that you will be covering when it comes to the biomedical science degree, right? So the same thing, the same scenario, even though you are done with BSc Honours in Biotechnology degree, or else you are going with BSc Honours in Biomedical Science, still you have good job opportunities here and even abroad as well, right? So basically these MLT, which is known as Medical Laboratory Technologist, right? And laboratory managers who will be the head of a big lab, right? And then the pharmacist, the clinical pharmacist, the board pharmacist. So you can do this pharmacy course along with your degree. And then you can have this SLMC registration when it comes to Sri Lanka. And then you can work as a permitted pharmacist, right? So international also the same aspect. You have good job opportunities. You can work as a toxicologist, drug safety coordinator, and so on, right? But further, if you are not into the industry field, still you have the educational sector as well, many job opportunities, like you can become a lecturer, demonstrator, you can work on different research projects as research assistants, and you can become even a school teacher. So you are being enough qualified for all these opportunities, right? Industrial also the same. You have lots of opportunities, right? So that is regarding the biomedical science. So are you clear now what is the difference between biotech and biomedical science? Masha, I will answer your questions once we are done with this, right? So let's clarify whether you get this or not. But now, are you clear with what is biomedical science and what is biotech? Yes. Okay. What about others? So I can see only few students are responding. What about others? Okay. Okay. Can see Kavya is responding. Okay. So now I hope you get a clear idea what comes under biotechnology and what comes under biomedical science. Okay. Okay. So now I'm moving on. What we offer, what the School of Life Sciences of AIBS will be offering you to these 2 degree programs specifically, right? So we are offering, as I told previously, which is well recognized international and even in Sri Lanka, 2 degree programs, which Edge Hill will be awarding. So our awarding body will be the Edge Hill University, which is there located in UK. Right? So here I have added few courses only. You have so much of courses than this, but just I have specified very important courses which comes under biotechnology and biomedical science, right? So starting from the very first beginning, you have cell biology. You will study about how cell works, what are the components of the cell and those and this and that, right? So under when it comes to embryology, how embryo is prepared and all, you will study all these concepts. And also the fundamentals of chemistry. I hope since most of y'all who are coming for the HND science program or bachelor's to come up with a bachelor's science degree, you should have this background of chemistry, biology, and physics. So we will be studying the same chemistry concepts which you studied in A-levels, bit advanced way when it comes to the degree, right? You will study about organic, inorganic, physical, everything, the chemistry parts, right? And also I should tell these fundamentals of chemistry is an important component which is there in our curriculum, which you will be able to apply for any type of master's degree program, even in Sri Lanka, right? Because when it comes to assume now you want to go in a field of food science with your master's, so they will check whether you have studied chemistry in your bachelor's. So yes, if you are going with this our degree program, you are done with chemistry, right? Those are plus points that I need to emphasize for you. And then you will be studying about this regulation and quality in the applied sciences, basically this quality assurance part, how you work in a laboratory and how you maintain these standards, the work that you do in the laboratory, the ISO standards and the different other standards, which is there worldwide and in Sri Lanka, that needs to be maintained in a lab. Those aspects will be taught under this module. Right, so these are common modules for these both degree programs, biotechnology and biomedical science, and also the molecular biology and genetics, which is very, very important module, which you will be studying different types of techniques like gel electrophoresis, PCR, and all, which is very important module, right? And the fundamentals of laboratory techniques. We have a separate lab, which you will be doing all these things practical in a way. And also we will be sending you outside as well for different types of practicals, which is molecular biology and all. So you will be like gaining your hands-on skill experience with us in the laboratory, right? When it comes to how to culture microorganisms, the different types of microorganisms you will be observing, you will observe under microscopes and so on, right? How to do a titration when it comes to chemistry side, and yes, different types, and how to produce these by using the vitamin C, you will be producing different products and all. You will be studying so much of application side when it comes to laboratory techniques in hand-on experience level. Okay. And when it comes to now, we should separate these two degrees now, right? So biomedical science students will be studying about immunology because it's based on the human aspects, basically, right? And biotechnology students will be studying about these application sides of biotechnology, the different techniques that you will be using when it comes to biotechnology. You'll be studying about all of these, right? And also in the final year, you will be studying about medical microbiology, both biotechnology and biomedical science students, because, you know, microorganisms are organisms like who will cause so much of infections and will cause lots of problems and all, right? So it's all about science, right? So that will be common for everyone, both biotech students and biomedical science students. So you will be studying about medical microbiology, the different diseases, infections that a patient can get, and how to cure, what are the treatments that you can give, this and that, the pathogenesis, how they get into your body, and the different types of microorganisms, how we are going to test them, what sort of test you are doing to confirm the relevant organism. Everything we will be studying under medical microbiology, right? And a very important thing, so now you know technology-wise and the advancement of what these entire world is a lot, right? I mean, when it comes, it's not like how your mothers and your parents study. Now it's a bit advanced in a way, right? So we also need to move on with the technology. And you know now most of the time, everything is based on IT, right? Technology-wise. Some might, I don't know whether there can be students who are interested in the IT field. So, you know, there are subjects which are related even with IT when it comes to science, when it comes to biotechnology and biomedical science. So bioinformatics is it's a subject which is related along with the science plus IT, right? So you can use different types of IT techniques, like you can have coding like R, Python and all, and you will get that knowledge in bioinformatics. And what you will be doing is you will be combining biology knowledge and IT knowledge and come up with a good outcome. Basically, that's what bioinformatics is, right? Rather than doing lots of tests, just a few minutes, if you run a code, you can come up with a very nice outcome, right? Which is very efficient. So for the drug discovery things, for the new inventions and all, these bioinformatics is a very good field that which will have so much of job opportunities in the coming world, right? In the future, and even internationally, you have lots of job opportunities because it's a bit of lacking field, because there are persons who know IT very well. I guess you all know. But there are persons who know biology also very well. But there are very less persons who know both biology and IT. What do you think? If a person knows both biology and IT, they can come up with a very good output, right? With the science knowledge and IT knowledge, you can do like marvelous things in the world, right? So you will be studying that in your degree program, which is very, very useful. And you can study and you can come up with this technology with the IT knowledge as well, right? And these advanced tissue applications, when it comes to biotechnology students, it's very important, where you will be studying all these recombinant DNA technologies, these general genetic transformations method. I mean, how these genes will be incorporated to another organisms, how they can be transmitted, everything you will be studying. The technical wise, you will get hands-on skill experience when it comes to advanced tissue applications. So for that will be for these both the students, even for BSc Honors Biotechnology students and for BSc Honors Biomedical Science students as well. And also the pathology will be there for biomedical science students. I told what is pathology, right? So how you get infections and how the organism is going to act on your body, right? What they will cause, what tissues will damage, and what sort of infections that you get. So that is what basically pathology means. So here I have only emphasized few modules, and rather than this, you will be learning a lot, which is the statistical knowledge. You will be like come up with research project, and also very important thing, end of the second year, we'll be doing a mini research project here at AIBS for both of biomedical science students and biotechnology students. And then at the third year, which is very, very important thing, you will come up with a good final year research, right? So actually, when it comes to BSc honors degree, this is what you need to focus very well. I mean, it's not like, it's like this. What you have studied for the entire 2 years, the theory part, the theory aspect, will be applied in the final year research, right? So, you know, the scientists come up with different publications, abstract, and they come up with new findings, right? That is because of research. So you will be an expert researcher when you're coming for the final year, right? So we will be guiding you throughout 2 years for this final year research, and you will come up with a good final year research. So the research topics even you will get from the Edge Hill University. It's not, it's very advanced in a way, and it's very really good research actually, right? So that is the final year research. So you can ask from these, you might have, no, the students, when it comes to, you might have what these අයියලා අක්කලා ඉන්න පුළුවන් සයන්ස් ඉගෙන ගත්ත දැනට ඩිග්‍රී එක කරන අයියලා අක්කලා ඉන්න පුළුවන්. අහලා බලන්න කොච්චර වැදගත්ද කියලා ෆයිනල් ඉයර් රිසර්ච් ප්‍රොජෙක්ට් එක. කොච්චර ඒක වැදගත් වෙනවද තමන් මාස්ටර්ස් එකක් කරද්දී නැත්නම් තමන් ඉස්සරහට ජොබ් එකක් කරන්න යද්දී ඒකේ වැදගත්කම. So this is very important thing, right? So we are here to come up with a very good final year research project with y'all. We'll be guiding enough y'all. We'll be providing enough support. There is a very good lecturer panel here at the School of Life Sciences at AIBS, who is very helpful for all of you in every manner, right? And you will be sending for these expert laboratories in Sri Lanka, like you might heard these labs, which is Gene Labs, and then Derana Medical Laboratories, IRD Genetics, Gene Tech, and all. So we'll be collaboratively doing your final year research along with these commercially laboratories, which is there in Sri Lanka, right? So, you know, with the topics that you get from HL, they are like very advanced in a way, right? So some facilities even you don't have in Sri Lanka. That much the topics are very advanced, right? So, however, like we are here to support you to come up with a very good final year research project, because everything will be evaluated by, when it comes to final year, everything will be evaluated not by us, the Edge Hill University, the lecturers, the professors who are there in UK, the Edge Hill University. So you need to be up to that standard, whatever you are doing in your final year research and whatever you are writing and all, right? So that is one approach which I see when it comes to AIBS curriculum and the degree programs what we offer. We'll be guiding you for a very good research. So that thing I can grant, basically, right? So, okay, so that's about what you'll be studying and what you will be getting from this AIBS Institute if you go up with this, if you come up with this BSc Honors Biotechnology degree and BSc Honors in Biomedical Science. So now let's see how you can get there. First of all, you need to build an educational foundation, right? So I know everyone must have a dream now to become a scientist, maybe. Okay, so can I see like what are the aspects what you all are looking for? Whom do you want to become? Our students? Anyone? Any dream that you all are having? So I can help you in that aspect. I hope you might have some sort of dreams. Okay, Kavya needs to become a molecular biologist. Very interested. So you can become a molecular biologist, Kavya. You have enough these degree, but the theory background. Okay, biomedical engineer. Interesting. Nada wants to become a biomedical engineer. Okay, what about biomedical scientist? Okay. Anything else? Anyone? So you can become these persons, hopefully. Like, obviously, once you are done with this, whatever, the biomedical science or biotechnology, medical laboratory technologist. Okay, Dilki. Anyone? Anyone who wants to become a scientist? No. So you should have good ideas and this and that. I want to experiment this and check this will happen. Maybe you need to find a solution for a very big serious thing. Any sort of that entrepreneurs here? Students? Okay, Sandeepa, very good. So yes, you can have this theory knowledge and the practical knowledge for your dream here, right? And you can work on it. The most important thing is you need to work on it. Otherwise, you won't get anything. Okay? And the other important thing what I want to tell you all is, maybe when it comes to A-levels, so you have studied by heart this and that. I'm interested in computer robotics and biology. Good, Nada. So you can do bioinformatics and the biology and all. Yes. So what I was telling, basically when it comes to this, field of science. So if you want to become a good biologist, what you need to have is the passion, right? The passion and also a good dedication towards it. So when it comes to A-level, I know you all have studied very by heart, right? It's like parrot in a way. You study, that's how Sri Lanka is, right? That is the way that our curriculum and all. Maybe there are students from these Excel A-levels and all else, but still we used to write exams. But here it's a very good thing. What we will be assessing your knowledge through assignments basically when it comes to the HND program, right? The final year you'll be having exams, but it's very easy. We'll be guiding y'all and we'll be doing mock exams, and obviously we'll be making y'all in a way of having a distinction. But still, when it comes to HND, we'll be assessing your knowledge through assignments only, right? So it will be very stress. It will be not that much in a stress like what you all did in A-levels, right? You can come up with good assessment and then you can score even a distinction, right? To do even an assignment will be guiding you from the very first beginning, and we'll be following up you, will be giving enough knowledge, we'll be teaching y'all. And even if you have these language problems, some students might be not familiar with English sometimes. At that point also we'll be helping y'all. So don't worry, it's starting a bachelor's is the strongest foundation that you need to put when it comes to your career, right? Building up your career. So this is a good place that I would recommend as a lecturer in the field of science, which you can start up here and begin come up with a good foundation, and then so on you can work on with your interest, right? So now I will show you the roadmap how you are going to start your career, right? So either a biomedical science or a biotechnology student, you can start up with HND or BSc honors degree, right? And then luckily within 3 years, that is also very important, the time period, right? You know, when it comes to these state university people, they study like more than 4-5 years the degree. And then they end up with a BSc honors degree. But still, you are very lucky in a way to be here. You'll be taking your degree within 3 years, which is very less period, and that will be BSc honors degree with the recognition, international and local as well. Right? That is very, very important thing. So I'm really happy that you all are here today, because thinking about your age and all, it's very important, right? So once you're done with your BSc, then if you want to start, you can go with further studies, postgraduates, which is a MSc or maybe a MPhil, which is a full research, or maybe you can have a doctorate, the PhD, right? And then you can get entered to the industry or else the academia field as a lecturer, right? So it's very easy pathway starting as a graduate. This is how you can end up your career, and you can be a very reputed person. So in the society itself, right? So what I want to tell you all is, when it comes to building your career, the most important thing is build the foundation for success one brick at a time, right? You can read that sentence again, students. You need to build the foundation for success one brick at a time, right? Otherwise, what will happen? If it's not a strong foundation, what happens? It's not in a way of like stable, right? Right? You don't know what to do, what to go, what to do, where to go, what can I do after this and that. It's like that. You don't have a proper recognition, so some won't accept you, likewise. But here, as I told previously, we are luckily enough to award you these internationally and international and local wise, which is very recognized degrees, which will build up you a very strong foundation with the bachelor's degree. Okay, so build them strong so that they won't collapse at the first obstacle or setback. So wherever you start your bachelor's degree, start with a good foundation. You know, when you're building a very story building even, the foundation needs to be very strong, no? Otherwise, how to like bear up all these buildings? I mean, all these heavy thing, right? So likewise, even your life is like that, even your career is like that. Your foundation needs to be very, very strong in a way to become a very good success person in the future, right? And then the last thing what I want to tell you is, nothing in life is to be feared. It is only to be understood. And now is the time to understand more so that we may fear less. And obviously, I hope that everyone can go to your dream if you follow up the correct the pathway, and if you are into your interest point, and if you are with this passion and all, you can become whom you want. That's upon to you to create your future, basically, right? So we are here at AIBS to support you in every possible way to whom you want to become, and all the support will be given by us. Maybe the language issues, as I told previously, or the concept wise, if you don't understand, we can again tell you. Likewise, like there are so many possible ways that we can help you. And I'm sure enough, like everyone will become more successful in the future. And yes, I hope then you got the idea of what is biomedical science and biotechnology. Okay, students, so that's the end of my session. And I want to basically tell you about what is biomedical science and what is biotechnology, and the job opportunities that you are having and how you should start it, and the recognition that we are having in our university at AIBS, and what we offer and all, what you'll be studying. So that's a basic idea. Hope you got something. Okay, understood? Can I know whether you all understood? Students? Okay, Kavya? Okay. Okay, so thank you everyone for listening, and I'm very happy that you all were really good and was listening well, and you all are responding to me, and hope you got the idea what is now biotechnology and what is biomedical science, and as you are what these interest and all, what you need to select. So if you choose biotechnology, what you'll be studying, if you choose biomedical science, what you'll be studying, and everything. I hope you got an idea. So hope some of y'all will be here with us. So then we can meet each other. And yes, so now let's open to the QA session. Over to you, Zainab. Thank you, everyone. I wish you all the very best, all of you, to become the person whom you want to be with your passion. Okay?
Okay, thank you, Ms. Asini, for your outstanding presentation. So since I am getting direct inquiries regarding our degree programs, I will brief you about the degree programs that are offered by AIBS. So I hope everyone can see my screen. Okay, so under School of Life Sciences, we are offering BSc Honors Degree Program. So under School of Applied Sciences, we are offering 4 specializations. One is BSc Honors in Biomedical Science, then BSc Honors in Biotechnology, then BSc Honors in Genetics, and BTech HND in Food Science and Technology. So this is the structure of our degree programs. So you can join with A-level results, or let's say if you haven't done A-levels, you can join with our foundations. So after the A-level results, the first year and the second year, we call it as the High National Diploma, which is level 4 and level 5. Then you can directly get into our BSc Honors final year, which we are partnered with the University of Egypt. If you want to migrate for the final year, it's also possible with the credit transfer. So for the first 2 years of the degree, total it will cost around 8 to 8.5 lakhs. And for the final year, it will cost around another 8.5 lakhs, a total of 1.6 million, which includes the registration fee, course fee, and awarding body fee. So other than that, we do not charge any other charges for the degrees. So if you need any further details about our degree programs, you can contact us on these numbers. You can note down the numbers. And you can get the recordings of this session on YouTube. So you can subscribe our YouTube channel to view the recordings. So students, this is your opportunity to ask any questions you might have about the topic discussed today. Along with Ms. Asini, we have Mr. Omila, who is the head of academics of AIBS campus. So if you are not in a position to unmute and ask any questions, you can use the chat box.
Okay, so students, do you have any questions? So now I can answer your individual questions which you have related to these 2 degree programs what we offer. So if you have any questions, just drop a message in the chat box, then I can answer. Anyone? Okay, so Dylan has a question, which is salary scales. So I'll tell this like this. It's like this, Dylan. So, you know, like even the very good reputed jobs in Sri Lanka and even worldwide, the startup will be less, right? But what you will be doing and what you will be the skills, right? What you are having, upon that, you can demand yourself and you can go for a good salary, right? So salary scale wise, since you all have not even done with the bachelor's, just start up with the bachelor's, the good bachelor's, which you will have good demand actually, right? And then what as I told previously, like hone your skills basically, right? Whatever the skills that you all are having, like sharpen it and be expert in the field that you are studying, right? So do enough experiments, do enough research and all, be expert what you are doing, right? Do it the maximum that you can. Obviously, if you are in a way of a person like that, you can demand yourself and go for a good salary. Even you can become a scientist once you start here. So, scientists, they get a very good salary. Beginning, it will be less, yes, even be the most, these very reputed, these professors and all, they even started from a very small salary. Salary is not the matter actually. You should have first the good knowledge. When it comes to field of science, that matters, right? Your knowledge will demand you, and then you will end up with a good salary, obviously, once in a while, like obviously in the future. Okay, Dila? So it's a good field. As I told, the skills that you are having will be the main aspect when you are talking about the salary thing. So you should build up your career. Yes, Nada, you can do once while you're doing this bachelor's degree, you can do the external pharmacy course, which is there in Sri Lanka, right? So once you're done with the pharmacy course and once you get these accreditations, once you get pass and all, then you can have the license. And then you can work as a pharmacist with the bachelor's, because you are having the bachelor's degree, plus you are having these these license of pharmacy, and then even you can put a pharmacy and you can work as a pharmacist, right? You have the license. So that thing also you have the option along with this bachelor's degree.
Sasini, I have got some direct messages regards. There are some questions from students. So Nipun is asking, I love to do genetics. I love to do a genetics degree, but afraid because there will not be any jobs in future.
Okay, Nipuni, the answer will be like this. So genetics is a very good field. We didn't talk it today. We just focus on biomedical science and biotechnology. But yes, at AIBS, we offer BSc honors in genetics degree as well. So genetic wise, you have so much of good opportunities. Maybe bit lack in Sri Lanka, but if you go abroad, you can apply for different scholarships, which is very fully funded scholarship, because you are having a BSc honors degree. So you can even apply for a direct PhD or maybe MSc, right? Which is related to genetics. And also you can work as research assistant. So there are many researchers undergoing in Sri Lanka, even related to genetics. So that will be a very good aspect. So I hope, Nipuni, you can start it. There are opportunities for genetics, because nowadays it's a very good field actually, because so much of things related to molecular biology and all, everything is based on genes, right? I hope you know, Nipuni. So then career in genetics is also a very good thing. There are well success people in the field who are who are done with genetics and who have very good expert knowledge in genetics.
There's another question from Lashan Sasini. So he has asked whether they will get to do the practicals during these programs.
Yes, obviously. We are doing practicals, enough practicals. We are sending y'all for these outsources lab, which is well recognized, all these commercially available labs. So, and you all will be doing everything on hands-on skills. We'll be taking you to the lab, and there's a separate lab for us. So yes, obviously, otherwise science is a subject where you experience everything practically, right? Obviously, yes, we are doing practicals.
Another student is asking, what about internships, Ahmed? He has sent me a direct message asking, what about internship opportunities?
Yes. So as I get to know, once you are done with the degree, with the help of these marketing and this career development thing, we offer few internships. And also don't worry, if you are having a BSc honors degree, you will get internships. And also there are a few collaborations with our institute regarding the internships providing thing. So you will be directed for those institutes, and if you are having good grades, and if you are ending up with good hands-on experience skills and good grades, obviously you will be selected from those interviews, which is which the AIBS is providing you those internships. Some we have few collaborations and all. There are opportunities that you can come up from here, and then you also even can apply for different job opportunities, and yes, you can start an internship as well.
I think this is the last question.
Okay.
which degree I should follow to specialize in microbiology.
Okay. So it's like this. So what's the name of the student, Zainab? There's a name, no?
Sorry, Linuki.
What? Who?
Linuki.
Okay, thank you, Zainab. So Linuki, it's like this. So I hope now you are interested in microbiology field, right? So if you are interested in microbiology and if you want to become specialized in microbiology, since now what AIBS, we have biomedical science, which will cover the microbiology field, basically. We'll be doing medical microbiology and we'll be teaching about the microorganisms and everything. So you can start up here with the biomedical science degree. And you can become a microbiologist with the BSc honors in biomedical science degree. That is okay, you can, right? But still, if you have more interested maybe into viruses, sometimes maybe bacteria and all, you can start up a master's degree, master's in medical microbiology or master's specifically in microbiology, right? So then you can be specialized on that area and go along with that path, right? So I think for these, this foundation, biomedical science is the thing that you need to come up with to end up end up as a microbiologist, basically.
Okay, I hope we have answered all the questions. So if there's any further questions or if you want to get into our science degree programs, I have sent my number on the chat box, so you can contact us for the registrations. Yeah, as I previously mentioned, we will be uploading the recording of this webinar on YouTube. So please go and subscribe our channel, AIBS School of Life Sciences. So you will be able to get all the recordings. So thank you. Thank you, Ms. Asini, and thank you all of you for joining our session.
Okay, so thank you everyone. So I hope like most of your questions has been sorted. Okay, one more question is there, Zainab. Shall I answer it, madam? Do lectures explain English?
Yes, please, Asini. Yeah.
Yes, of course. I don't know the name of the student. So the question was, madam, do lectures explain English language problems for students who have studied Sinhala medium? Yes, that's what I was telling previously. We know like most of the students who studied their A-levels in Sinhala medium is here. And even now when it comes to current batches, obviously it's like you, the almost of the students, right? So don't make it an issue. It's not a problem at all. Even I did my A-levels in Sinhala medium. So now you can see that I have been improved. Language is not the problem, right? We are here to support you in a way that you will get everything very clearly, right? So don't worry about the language. We'll sort out those things. You will be totally okay once your first semester is done. You can write the answers. You can listen. You can clearly get the idea what the lecturers explain. Everything you will be getting into the English. And also we as a subject, we specifically teach English as a separate subject. From that also you will get the knowledge enough. So don't worry about the language issue. We'll be telling you the Sinhala term as well as the English term as well when it comes to the first semester, because we know students are used to move into Sinhala terms. So that thing will be not a problem. Okay? භාෂාව ප්‍රශ්නයක් කරගන්න එපා, දැනුම ලබා ගනිද්දී අපි හැමතිස්සෙම ඉන්නවා lecturers විදියට AIBS ආයතනේ. අපි දන්නවා ගොඩාක් ළමයින්ට ප්‍රශ්නයක් මේ භාෂාව. ඒතකොට පළවෙනි semester එක ඉවරුනාට පස්සේ ඔයගලන්ට language එකේ issue එකක් ඇත්තටම එන්නේ නැහැ. ඔයගොල්ලෝ ඒකට familiar වෙනවා. You will move on and you will be like very good in language. It's not a problem at all. Okay? Okay, so I hope the questions are done. So everybody, I wish you all the very best, the students who are there. And I think that the most of the the questions that you had, in a way that I clarified those issues, right? And hope now you know what is the field of biotechnology and what is the field of biomedicals and what you will be studying there. And also the most important thing, the job opportunities that you are having, and the other important thing, the final year research, which we talked a lot. And yes, and also the recognition that you will get from the AIBS upon with this Edge Hill UK University, right? So you can Google and search what I told, and now you can find whom you want to become, and then you can work on it, right? So do research, enough research on the interest that you are having in the field of science, and come up with good ideas and try to become good entrepreneurs. And yes, so we need that that is lacking, right, in the current generation. So we need that spirit within y'all, and we are here to help you in every possible way. Yeah, that's it. So thank you so much for listening and being here.
Okay, so this comes to the end of our webinar. So thank you, Ms. Asini, and thank you everyone for participating in this interesting webinar on biomedical science versus biotechnology. Please be in touch with our counselors to clarify your doubts and join our upcoming intakes. Thank you.